we get started, we're going to give all honor and glory and power to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash.
I want to say double honor to our elders, our great apostles, great millstone, we will teach well, being great example to Israel, mind the elect. I want to say peace and blessing to the hope the elect on the four corner, pushing in truth and sincerity, that great song. All right, we down here, you know, the GMS Memphis camp, you know, the Mississippi camp. All right, we just come to break bread, you know, in the spirit of Yahweh Shah. You know, out here prophesying the downfall of America, this wicked kingdom known as Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, the daughter of Babylon ought to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. And we out here week in, week out, in season, out of season, all right, to what to proclaim the divine truth, which is the good news, the gospel, unto the elect, man. All right, and to condemn 2/3 of our people, also the heathen, for destruction. You know, and matter of fact, brother Grant, I'm in Zephaniah 1, just started 14. Because this was coming upon this place, man, the great and dreadful day of Yahweh Shah, man. All right, better known as what? Jacob Trouble. Jacob represent who? You so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American Hispanics, man. And trouble, you already know what trouble is. Hard times, bad times, man. Miserable times. All right? It's still going to be a time of what? Mourning, sorrows, all right, death, famine, and pestilence, man.
Gnashing the teeth.
A gnashing the teeth. All right? And that's what's coming upon this place, man. And Lord willing, it ain't happen sooner. You know, even though it's going to happen, but guess what? Lord willing, we pray on yesterday, man. You know? But we get into it, brother. I hope y'all brothers and sisters be edified. You know, while we lay the law down, man.
This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasten greatly.
Right, the great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hastening greatly. We see it through prophecy. You know, that's why the scripture say when you go in the 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, it said, measure the time diligently in itself. All right, and that's what we're doing, man. We constantly measure the time so we know that our salvation is nearer than we believe. All right? And it hastening what? It hastening greatly, man. Remember the Lord said, well, behold, I come quickly. And you see how the days is fast forwarding instead of slowing down. All right? Time is moving. It's moving, man. You got it out.
Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty men shall cry their bitterly.
Right, the mighty men, which is talking about the elites, all right, and the army, you know, his fighter, you know, you want to say the army, the Marines, the Navy, all right, them the mighty men, bro. They gonna cry their bitterly, man. You see? Why? Because the Lord gonna destroy them, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Their day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress.
Right. The day that the Lord entered the earth, all right, it's going to be a day of what up?
A day of trouble.
A day of what? Trouble. That's what we speaks about. When you go into Jeremiah 37, all right, Daniel, it speaks about the time of Jacob trouble. This is the wrath of Yahweh Shah, but the cherry on top is what? The thermonuclear missiles. When you go into Isaiah, matter of fact, Isaiah 6 and 15, this is the wrath of the Lord, man. And it's hastening greatly. That's why you see prophecy being fulfilled through what? Ukraine, Russia, then you got, you know, China. All right, it's being stirred up. All right, the Most High is in the kitchen right now, man, stirring up that pot. You see? Because once what? The Lord gonna reveal at the end times, man, which is what? World War III. Go ahead, Doc.
It's Isaiah 6 and 15. For behold, the Lord would come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to winter his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
See, that's the day of the Lord's wrath right there. Read it one more time.
Isaiah 6 and 15. For behold, the Lord would come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Right, where's the fire? Thermonuclear missiles along with the chariots. All right, go ahead.
To winter his anger.
Yeah, because the Lord is upset, man. All right? The Lord is upset. And here it is, Christianity want to push that fucking doctrine of God loves everybody, God is all love. But when have you ever read that in the scriptures? Because God is all love, that make him an unbalanced power. The Lord is a balanced power, man. So what? That means what? He control evil and good, man. When you go into Amos 3 and 6, all right? So this is the day that the Lord is coming, and then we coming with fire, and his chariot like a whirlwind to render his anger. Go ahead.
To winter his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
And his rebuke with what? Flames of fire. That's the judgment for 2/3 of our people and these heathens, man. Those that disobey and still being disobedient to this day. Alright? You're going to get the judgment and the wrath of the Lord, which is fire, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It said, for by fire and by his sword would the Lord plead with all flesh.
Woo, and that's how he going to plead with you. The Lord not coming back to talk to you, man. Have a one-on-one conversation. Come sit down over here at my table. No, the Lord ain't doing that, man. Yahweh Shai, through Yahweh, is talking through who? The prophets, man. The Lord ain't got to come, he ain't got time to come down here and talk to you niggas, man. Alright, he doing it now, man. That's why I say hearken to the voice of the Lord. When you go into Proverbs, it said wisdom cry without in the streets, man. Who holding the wisdom? In the knowledge and understanding? The prophets. She uttered her voice in the streets saying, alright? Go ahead, Shalom, brother.
It say, and the slain of the Lord should be many.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many, because it's written in the scripture, 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed. That's just dealing with Israel alone. It ain't even including the other nation. All right, they're going to see the judgment. It's just talking about Israel alone, 2/3 of our people, man. So the slain of the Lord is going to be many. Because what the Lord say, it was many created to be destroyed. But only the free are going to be saved, man. So this coming to what? The great day of the Lord. Go back to Zephaniah, y'all.
This Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress.
Right, now grab 2nd Ezra 16 and not 16 and start at 18. Because a day of trouble and a day of distress. See, this is what Jake ain't looking forward to. Why? Because they in the mind state of this fucking heathens, man. See, only Esau want America to continue on in wickedness. And Jake adopted that mind state. Alright? But guess what? Go ahead, Doc.
2nd Ezra 16 and 18. Can I start it on 17?
Come on.
It said, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days?
Why? Because Ezra saw the vision. He like, God damn, who gonna deliver me in that day? That's why the scripture speaks about it's gonna be a time of trouble like what? Never exists a place on the face of the earth.
Since the world began.
It's gonna be worse, man. You can add up all the captivities. You can add up all the time the Lord showed his power, delivering us out of the hands of the enemy. Yeah. This time it's gonna be worse than all that put together in one. You see? So that bro, it's gonna be crazy out here, man. Go ahead, Doc.
18. The beginning of sorrows and great mourning.
See, it's the beginning of sorrow and great mourning. When you read it in Zephaniah, it said it said the day of the wrath, a day of trouble and distress.
Right.
It's the beginning of our trouble and our distress, man. The beginning of what up?
The beginning of sorrows.
The beginning of sorrows.
And
a loss of family members. A loss of your job, kids, your car. You know what I'm talking about? Losing your mind. It's a loss. You're going to be distressed. You're going to be in sorrows. Go ahead.
It said the beginning of sorrows and great mourning.
And great mourning. Go ahead.
The beginning of famine.
The beginning of what? Famine. All right? Because it's going to be a lack of bread and water and resources out here, man. What people going to be doing? They'll be crying. They're going to be sighing. Because what? It ain't going to be no hope for them. Why? Because they choose to disobey while the Lord had his prophets out here prophesying, man. Right. Going right back to the 2nd Ezra 9th chapter. You know what I'm saying? You load my law while you didn't have liberty. Liberty is a sense of freedom. But we was free to what? Come back to the knowledge and understanding while we had time. This is the grace period to turn back to the Lord. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It said the beginning of famine and great death.
Beginning of famine and what? Great death, man. And there's a lot of death that's coming upon this place, man. All right? We're going to begin with the famine of the word because that's really what our people going to be looking for and hoping for, the understanding of what's going on.
Right.
You Christianity, these pastors and preachers, they ain't got the answers. Who got the answers? The prophets, man. All right, going right back to Proverbs 1 and 20. Wisdom cry without she uttered her voice in the streets. We the one that got the answer, man. You know, and they ain't sugarcoating. All right, go ahead, Doc.
The beginning of wars and the powers to stand in fear.
Right, what is the power they're going to stand in fear? Esau, Edom. All right, the elites, the banking family. Them the power they're going to stand in fear. Why? Because they're going to see the power you have about Shema being manifested in the earth through the prophets, man. You got it out.
It say, the beginning of wars and the powers to stand in fear.
Right.
The beginning of evils.
Woo, the beginning of what up?
The beginning of evils.
You break that word down, even mean what? Bad times, man. And Jacob trouble is what? Fast approaching. So it's gonna be the time of evil. That's why we behoove you to get your mind right, man. You know, we come to say repent for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. We ain't bullshit, man. This is real. This is real, man. Go ahead, out.
It said, what should I do when these evils should come?
Right, and you ask yourself that when you go into 2 Peter 3:9, it answers that for you. What manner of person are you to be? All right, when you knowing all these things gonna be dissolved, when you know World War III gonna happen, when you know Jacob trouble is coming, what manner of person are you to be? All right, you're supposed to be in tune with the heavens, man, through the Spirit. All right, which is the Word. Go ahead, Doc.
And that also proves reincarnation. Because Ezra knew he was going to be back here in these last days.
Come. Yep. Meaning, what it say? The spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. Yep. I got it, Doc.
And when they say, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? You know, they seeking down the line on what the Heavenly Father is going to have prepared for the generations after. You know, and because we understand of surely that the Heavenly Father does not deter these generations from constantly being reincarnated, right? The kingdom's gonna be delayed. But the only things left after this is the kingdom come, man.
That's right, bro.
That's why the scripture says that thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And that's the particular time period that all the men of old were hastening to.
Beautiful. Beautiful, man. You got it, out.
This is Zephaniah 1:15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation.
Yeah, because that day America will be destroyed. When you go to Joel, the second chapter, it speaks about how America will be made a desolate place, a wilderness. Why? Through the thermonuclear missiles. Go ahead.
A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness,
go ahead.
A day of trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers.
Go ahead.
And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord.
Yeah, and our people is, even to this day, man. You know, they still transgress against the law, statutes, commandments, without a fucking care, man. You know, but what they gonna receive? They're gonna receive the judgment. What is judgment? Thermonuclear missile, or however the Lord sees fit. Because you gotta remember, in the time of Jacob trouble, you gonna have martial law, the female count, the race war, the class war, the family gonna come between it. Hey, you don't know how Jake gonna die, man. It speaks about that in Amos. You lean your, you escape from a brother, a lion met you, or you lean your hand up on the wall, the serpent bit you. Either way it go, you ain't gonna escape the judgment. All right?
If I can add, because if you think about that Jacob's trouble is nothing but a plague.
Yeah.
And when you look in that term plague, it means what? Judgment. So when you jump down to, I think, when you go into like Revelation 7 and 13, it talks about how that multitude was saved out of that great tribulation. For the Greek term for tribulation, you have a strait.
Yeah.
S-T-R-A-I-T. So before Yahushua comes, man, this world is going to be totally fucked up. You have World War III going on. You're going to have the famines, Jacob's trouble, the chip, and so on and so forth.
That's why prayer is going to be needed, but faith. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord is building us up now, man, because faith is going to be a must in that day. Because you ain't going to be able to be a double-minded man in that day. The move you make going to have to be the sure move. That's why I say you got to put your best foot forward. So I'm thinking about should I make a left or a right. If you make that right, you gotta be sure that that's the way you want to go. Cause ain't no turning back after that, man.
Yeah, you gotta stand on it.
Yeah, you gotta stand on that, man.
Yeah, I got a precept for you.
Go ahead, Op.
It's the book of Jeremiah 15 and 2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, where shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as offer death to death,
right,
and such as offer the sword to the sword, and such as offer the famine to the famine, and such as offer the captivity to the captivity.
It's written. It's already written. This is the movie of Yahweh Shema Shai. So that's why I say he that just, let him what? Be just still. Him that is unjust, let him be unjust. We out here to do the duty of the Lord, which is come out here and prophesy, man. All right, I mean, you said that in one of your videos, I trying to fuck the bullshit. You know what I mean? Because this is what we say how to do, man. To prophesy, warned you. If you don't get it, we moving on. You don't want stuck like Chuck, man. Go ahead.
And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, said the Lord Yahweh. The sword to slay.
The sword to slay, which is the thermonuclear missiles. And then on the other side is Esau Edom, because he is the sword too. All right, when you go into Revelation, all right, he gonna come down having great wrath. No, he had no but a short time. The Lord gonna allow him to do that.
Right.
He the one gonna bring the hammer. And you say the hammer, how the hammer of the earth is broken? Because Esau is the hammer, man. He the one that gonna bring the pain upon Jacob, man, through Yahweh by Shalom Shah. Right? What it say there in Psalms, the 15th chapter, or the 17th chapter, deliver me from the hand of the wicked, which is thy sword.
Psalm 17.
Yeah, Psalm 17, 13, ain't it? Go ahead, Doc.
And it say, and the dogs to tell.
Woo, and the dogs to tear. Come on, man.
Yep. And that dogs been getting down too.
Man, bro, you just don't, hey, they had a video earlier. The police, they was in Florida. The police had Jake about a fucking neck like this, and he had the fucking K9, and he shoved Jake down to the ground. Shit, the K9 turned on him. The K9 turned on the police. Tore his ass, tore the whole arm up. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
And it say, and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the earth.
Yeah, and they ain't ready for that.
What?
They ain't ready for the birds to come down and start pecking their ass, man. The Lord gonna put the spirit on. You gotta remember, there's so many zoos in every damn state, in every city. Come on, man. The Lord gonna put the spirit on them, man. And then you forgot the wild, how Esau tear down all the goddamn trees, and the animals were forced that way. Wait till the Lord put the spirit on the animal to come back, man. They hungry, they looking for something. They see a human being, it's over with.
Yep.
They gonna maul his ass, man. But guess what? Through the spirit, the prophet's gonna be safe. It say that in Psalm 91.
Yep.
It say that, huh?
You got it.
Go.
No, so they showing it when the pandemic happened. You know, where animals started coming back to the cities. You know, so when people was like on so-called quarantine, you know, so that spirit gonna be heavy those days, man.
I'm gonna finish it. It said, in the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy.
Woo! Devour and destroy, man. This is the time that's coming upon this place, man. Hey, Jake think it's a game, man. But it's not gonna be a game once you see it knocking at your front door, man. All right? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just proof showing Esau is the sword of the Most High on the left hand side. It's Isaiah 10:5. O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, and the staff in their hand is my indignation. You know?
Go ahead.
Yeah, it said, O Assyrian, the rod of my anger, and the staff in their hand.
It said, oh, Assyrian, which is who? Esau Edom. They the modern day Assyrian. The rod of what?
My anger.
My anger, you see? And that's how you know, on the flip side, when we get to the kingdom of heaven, the Lord's anger gonna be upon us. We're gonna do it to Edom according to the Lord's anger, like it said in Ezekiel 25th chapter. You got it,
right. And it says, and the staff in their hand is my indignation.
But what his indignation, which is what his righteous anger. All right, because the Lord is justified on bringing the sword upon his people, man. Because of what they disobeyed him, man. All right, it said even to this day. And you see that. Jake don't give a fuck, man. Jake out here just living life as life lived, man. Without a purpose. We live for a purpose, man, because the kingdom of heaven, we want salvation. That's something to live for, man. That's something to strive for. And through what he have by Shema Shah, he give us the spiritual ability to do so. Everybody ain't got it. That's why it's a gift. And we was blessed with it, man. We got it out.
Yep, and it says, I would send him against a hypocritical nation. Talking about 2/3.
Hey, a hypocritical nation. Remember, Jacob's rebellious, man. Jake don't give a damn. Go ahead.
It says, and against the people of my wrath, will I give him a charge.
Right.
To take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets.
And did that not that happen? Did not that happen, man? But guess what? The time is coming. The Lord finna reverse that, man. All right, the Lord reversed that through the great day and the dreadful day of the Lord, man. Go ahead.
This Isaiah 42:14. I have long time holding my peace,
Right.
and I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman.
Hey, that's Yahweh Shah, man. All right, when you crack them clouds, man, it's just like when you watch wrestling. When the men's come out, they had their song coming, and then when the motherfucking fireworks started shooting up, and then them boys started to show out, that's how the Lord come when he cracked them clouds, man. All right?
Hey, Dragon Ball Z, man.
Yeah, but the Lord finally let him off the throne.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, when they turned to a Super Saiyan, man, hey, they let it out, man. You know, Native Americans, you know, when they had those war cries.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
I will destroy and devour it once. And I will make waste mountains and hills. And I will dry up all their herbs.
That means he gonna take Esau out of rulership. Because remember the mountain and hill, everything government. The government, all right, the Lord gonna take this devil out of power, man. Remember, he said he gonna lead Esau, neither roof nor branch. All right, when you take the root out the ground, guess what? It's no longer gonna grow again, right? Why? Because you took the foundation. That's what the Lord coming to do. He come to take Esau out of power, man. Go ahead.
And I will make the rivers islands, and I will dry up the pools.
Go ahead.
And I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not, and I will lead them in paths that they...
You see how everything gonna be touched? Hey, read that. Hey, go back a little bit.
This is Isaiah 52 and 15. I will make waste mountains. Isaiah 42 and 15. I will make waste mountains and hills and dry up all their herbs. And I will make the rivers islands.
So, hey, wherever it's gonna be wet, it's gonna be dry.
Right, yeah.
Go ahead.
They did that in Egypt.
Yes,
Go
right.
ahead. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful.
And I will dry up the pools.
And wherever the water gonna be at, he gonna dry that shit up. Everything is going to be touched.
That's right.
And I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not. And I will lead them in paths that they have not known. And I will make darkness light before them.
Hey, who are they talking about? The elect, those chosen men, man. Read that one more time, bro.
This is Isaiah 42 and 16. I will bring the blind by a way that
Because
they...
we once was blind. We were living life in America as this shit. Happy wife, happy life.
Yep.
Go to college, get a degree.
Go
you
to
know
the
what I'm saying?
military.
That was the way.
Yep.
Try to make it in this society, whether a basketball player, a rapper, football player, being a police.
Yep.
This what this shit funny, man. This is what Esau gave us to be esteemed highly in this society. Come on, man. There's more to that, man. And we got it right here. All right. But go ahead, the blind.
Blind by the way that they knew not.
We knew not. You see, because it was the Spirit that guided us to the truth. We didn't know what we was doing, man. Remember, we discontinued from our inheritance. So it took a business piece that the Lord was putting in us. You know, that's why I say wisdom tried you with her crooked ways.
Yep.
That's what wisdom was doing, man. Because the Lord was just really pulling us out the world, but he'll pull us out, put us back in. You know what I'm saying? Just testing us. Go ahead.
And I will lead them in paths that they have not known. And I will make the darkness light before them.
Right. He said he's going to lead us in paths that what we have not known. Because when you go to the scriptures and song, it said wisdom is the lamp to our feet. So the Lord he gave us the wisdom and knowledge and understanding, so we started walking this path, man. When it what? The path of righteousness. Go ahead.
I will make darkness light before them.
Right, that's why he said he brought us out of darkness to his light. Bring it out right quick.
It's 1 Peter 2 and 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a warrior priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people.
Right, he's talking about Israel, man. He's talking about you so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, Hispanics, man. We are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, man. All right, when you go into, I think that 2 Kings, the Lord said he have loved us, man. Go ahead.
That ye should show forth the praises of him.
Right, and how do you show forth the praise of Yahweh Shema Shai? Put on the whole script, man. All right, put on them beautiful garments. You know, that's how you show forth the praise. The Lord says this is a time of war, so we got to put on that whole armor of the Most High, man. Go ahead.
It said that ye should show forth the praises of him who had called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
See, who called us out of darkness to his marvelous light? Yahweh Shema Shai.
Right.
All right, you got it, bro.
This is Isaiah 42 and 16. I will make darkness light before them.
That he will make darkness light before us, man. We're in America, but what we see. So that means we got night vision. You know, so we sort of like an owl, man. Because we see through the darkness. Darkness is America. What we see the kingdom of heaven. That's what we see, man. We see salvation. We continue in the truth because it's all the Bible gives, man. Salvation unto those that believe. You got it.
And crook things straight.
And crooked things straight. Go ahead.
These things will I do unto them and not forsake them.
Oh, who is them? The elect. Remember, it said, and he shall be saved out of it. Come on, man. It's talking about the elect, man. Go ahead.
They shall be turned back, and they shall be greatly ashamed that trust in graven images, that say to the molded image, ye are our gods. Hear ye deaf, and look ye blind, that ye may see who is blind but my servant.
Right, but his servant, man. All right, because you got 2/3 of our people still blind to the fact. But we not blind no more, man. The Lord had opened our eyes to see. You got it out. Was it on that?
Yeah, that was.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalm 110 and 5. The Lord at thy right hand shall strike through keys in the day of his wrath. So, you know, it's referring to
He
Yahweh.
said he gonna strike through kings, man, the day of his wrath, man.
It goes right into Revelation 19. It goes right into Revelation 19.
Brother, grab it too. You got it.
And it says, the Lord at thy right hand shall strike through keys in the day of his wrath. He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies.
Man.
He shall wound the heads over many countries.
Man, you gotta break down, bro.
Yeah. You know, want to get that Revelation 19?
Yeah, I got you.
Yep.
This is Revelation 19 and verse, I'll get to the point, bro. 16. You want me to start at 11? 11, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. Want that one? In Revelation 19 and 11, and I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat on him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he do judge and make war.
Hey, good look. Remember what they did Luke when Yahweh gave Yahweh shot power, you know, over the whole earth. It said power and judgment was given unto him. You know, that's how you know it's talking about Yahweh shot, man. Yeah. Their power on their horse, man, because horse represents the power. You got it.
And the chariot.
And the chariot, that's right.
Verse 12, his eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns.
On his head was many crowns, man, because that's what the Lord is coming to do. He coming to take all the crowns, man. He gonna be that's why I say he the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, man.
You think about that messenger on 300, when he came to Leonidas, how he had those damn skulls with the crowns on top.
It's all belong to him. That's why every knee gonna bow and every mouth gonna confess that the Lord is, man. Go ahead.
This is back in Revelation.
It's like World War III gonna be like you know, going right back to wrestling, Royal Rumble. Yeah. Because Yahweh Shai gonna be the last man standing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai gonna throw everybody ass out the ring. You know, and he gonna be the one that receive that belt, man. All right. You got it out.
All right. Back into Revelation 19 and 12. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself.
Right, which is going to the ranking. All right, that will go to the ranking, man. Because Yahweh Shai is the tallest. When you go into what that is, second Ezra, 2 and 40, what that 41?
But you know what's so spiritual? You can also equate the elect. Because the elect is the body of Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? 144,000. So of course the elect don't know the name.
That's right.
You know, it said the elect should praise his holy name. It's like 17.
Back in verse 13, and he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High.
Oh, going right back to Memphis. The Word of the Most High, man. Go ahead.
All right. Back in 14, and the armies which were in heaven followed him on white horses, clothed in fine linen, whites and clean.
Because he coming with the thousands of heaven, which is the angels.
That's right.
It's gonna be beautiful how, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be there to see it. You know, we could talk about it, you know what I'm saying, but we actually see it, man, it's gonna be a whole nother effect, man.
We say Isaiah 63, you're gonna be traveling in the greatness
of his strength.
And verse 15, and out of his mouth go a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nation.
He gonna smite the nation, man. Matter of fact, we gonna go into that, bro. What you got? I got you. Yeah, my phone. Yeah, go ahead. And then brother grab 2 13. I can read
that in
Go ahead.
This Jeremiah 4 and 7. The lion is come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. He is gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate, and thy city shall be laid waste.
Say something, bro. It's really going into Nebuchadnezzar. You know, we used to use it for the Lord, but it's really going to Nebuchadnezzar. He's gonna take down the other nations.
So y'all gonna finish it out? Okay.
And thy cities shall be laid waste without an inhabitant.
Yeah. Okay, come on.
For this gird you with sackcloth, lament and howl, for the fierce anger of the Lord is not turned back from us.
You got it now.
The second Ezra 13:1, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night,
Right.
and lo, there was a wind from the sea. They moved all the ways thereof.
Right.
And I beheld, and lo, that man was strong with the thousands of heaven.
See? Going right back what you were saying. That man that was strong with the thousand heaven, talking about Yahweh shine the angels, man. Go ahead.
And when he turned his countenance to look,
Right.
all the things trembled.
Everything tremble. Because you're gonna see something you never saw before. That's gonna be the thing, man. You're gonna see something you never saw before, man.
Right, brother. That's right.
All right, you used to seeing a human being. No, you're gonna see an angelic power, man. All right, a force that you never saw before. So hell yeah, you're gonna shit on yourself. When you hear a fucking thunder out of nowhere, would you get scared? No, you're gonna actually see something you never saw before, man.
He's gonna have a guillotine look because your countenance goes into your facial expression.
Come on, man.
So the way he's gonna look at people literally, man, he's gonna be looking through them, bro. You know?
I got a quick precept.
Man.
You got quick. Go ahead.
This is
Go
Sirach.
ahead.
This is the book of Sirach 16 and 18. Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens, the deep and the earth and all that therein is, shall be moved when he shall visit. The mountains also and foundations of the earth shall be shaken.
He said gonna be moved when he visit.
Yeah.
All right? That's how much power the Lord coming with, man.
Like I say something, bro, just to add to you, they showed that on War of the Worlds. When the chariots, well, they came out the ground, but like the building was shaking, like everything around it was like an earthquake. Almost.
Man, beautiful.
Like the impact.
Yeah.
From the chariots, you know.
Cause it said like he gonna rail like a travailing woman.
It says Sirach 16 and 19. The mountains also and foundations of the earth shall be shaken with trembling when the Lord looketh upon them.
When the Lord what? Looking upon them, man. That's cold. Go ahead.
Right, so going back to 2 Ezra 13 and 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man was strong with the thousands of heaven.
Right.
And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Go ahead.
And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice.
All they burn, man. Go ahead.
Like it's the earth fell it when they feel it the fire.
Keep going.
And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Right, now, this coming for that great intrepid day right here. Because this mission about what? World War III. All right, and the perfect movie to watch is what? Independence Day.
Yep.
You know, because you had Will Smith, you know, he was talking that bullshit, you know, because he tried to get everybody to come together what to fight them aliens. But we understand through the spirit, through the scriptures, that them aliens is what our salvation vehicles, man. Them aliens are our brothers. All right? Them is angels, man. You know, you don't see no fucking big head, green motherfucker with big eyes, man. Say I come in peace. Because the Lord not coming in peace.
Right.
He coming with anger. So I mean, what, he a man of war? He ain't finna come in no damn peace, man. The Lord finna come about that action, man.
I got it right.
You got one real quick? Go ahead, Elder.
Habakkuk 3 and 8. Was Yahweh displeased against the rivers? Was thy anger against the rivers?
That's how much he gonna be doing.
Yeah, when he touched down on this plane, or the impact of his presence, is gonna make the waters of the rivers disperse.
Yep.
So he's asking them, were you mad at the rivers?
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
It says, was thy wrath against the sea, that thou didst ride upon thy horses and thy chariots of salvation? Thou,
It's like he said verse 3.
you said Habakkuk 3 and 3? Okay, come.
Captain Bayer just read in Revelation 19 how out of his mouth going forth a sharp sword that links up with Habakkuk 3 and 3, bro.
Habakkuk 3 and 3. Yahweh came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran, Salah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. And his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was hiding of his power.
That's missile action.
Yep.
You know, Yahweh has another title called Lord of Sabaoth, which means we're the Lord of armies. So you have armies, why? Because you are going to deploy them.
And then also look, those laser beams out of the chariots. Yeah, those laser beams that concentrated fire.
Say horns, means like raise the light.
Yeah,
that's what I meant. Yeah.
Like you just stated about war to war, you know, it's going to my pestilence.
Habakkuk 3 and 4. And his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was hiding of his power. Before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went forth of his feet. All right? Hey, and that's the impact of those chariots, man. All right? Verse 6. He stood and measured the earth. He beheld and drove asunder the nations, and the everlasting mountains were scattered, and the perpetual hills did bow. His way was everlasting. I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction, and the curse of the lands of Midian did tremble. Was Yahweh displeased against the rivers? Was thy anger against the rivers? Was thy wrath against the sea, that thou didst ride upon the horses and thy chariots of salvation? Thy bow was made quite naked according to the oaths of the tribes, even thy word Salah. Thou didst cleave the earth with rivers. All right, but the point is, Habakkuk is asking, like, were you mad at your creation?
Yep.
All right, the brother's right though. Captain Abaya's right. There's going to be the concentrated fire coming from those chariots, but there's also going to be missiles coming too, man.
That's right.
And it's all the wrath of Yahweh Bashmal Shai. It says Yahweh Bashmal Shai is a flame of fire. He's a consuming fire.
And the is nothing but concentrated energy.
It's another fucking missile.
Yes.
It's like a laser beam missile.
Yeah, hey, if I can add that, I say Habakkuk said, "And wrath will remember mercy." Cause that's what we want, mercy.
Bro.
Yeah.
Cause you know, like a so-called angry black man, he come through, he tear the whole house up.
Yep.
Just to prove one point.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So how much of you have a shot, man, when the Lord released him off the throne, man?
Were you angry at your couch? Were you displeased at the dining room set?
Yeah.
You know? But it says heaven is his throne, earth is his footstool.
Yep. That's right.
You know?
I gotta go ahead.
And Revelation, no, this is Zechariah 13:9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver, and it's like as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. And the reason why I brought that up, because actually, you know, you go into like I forgot what scripture it is. It talks about how the elect is going to be scarcely be saved. And when you look up that term, scarcely means a nick of time. So long story short, as the missiles are coming, the elect is going to get beamed up. So that's like scarcely being saved in a nick of time, literally going through the fire.
Yep. It's also be like with much difficulty. Because you know the straight gate.
Right.
Only elect gonna go through that straight gate, man. You know?
Right.
What is that?
Back to
Second Esdras?
Yeah.
This the book of Second Esdras.
Right, it's like just a minute.
Second Esdras 13:6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it.
Yeah, because that's how it looked. It's so big that he's like, shit, it's a fucking mountain. You know? But guess what? It's a chariot, man. It's our salvation vehicle, man.
You know what? And that chariot could be so big that literally it could beam up all the elect out the United States at the same time.
Yeah.
Hey, you remember what's that 2019 when Dabus showed the clip? NASA cut the live stream where a so-called UFO was bigger than the size of the Earth.
Yeah.
You know?
That's really where Esau started coming down hard, those mandates and stuff.
Yep. So I'm gonna read that again. Second Esdras 13:6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region of place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which was gathered together to subdue him was so afraid.
Right, all they got together to do him, because we got to remember, World War III is talking about what? These nations going against each other. in battle to see who's gonna come to be the top dog. You know, Russia, China, Italy, Japan. You got all these nations, man. All right, gonna be warned against each other. But who coming in the midst of it? Yahweh Shai. Yeah. Because before these missiles touch this fucking concrete, the elect gonna be beamed up. That's how you know the Lord gonna intervene, man. You got it.
It said to subdue him was so afraid.
Was so afraid because what, they see a power they never saw before.
Yep.
You got. Come on, man. You got Jake, born in Memphis, Chicago, Atlanta, Mississippi, and they went to the army trying to make somebody life.
Get that Camaro.
Right. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really men of war. You know, they ain't really about that action, man. They trying to make a life for themselves. Now they gonna see something they never saw before. They gonna wish they never went to the army, never joined the Marines, never went to the Navy. Yep. All right, once the Lord get through with their ass, man.
Hey, can I say something, bro? Because you too, also, it's easy for us to go into the military. The brother Yash brought it out too. It's easy for us to go into the military because we know that we have leverage over most nations. Mm-hmm. America has a military leverage over most nations. So it's not a big thing for us to go into the military and go to the Middle East because you already think in your mind we're going to dominate them.
Know, yeah, exactly.
But you never calculated in your mind that you're going to have to fight an angelic force, man.
Yeah.
All right? So an angelic force is not from this realm, man. That's scary.
I tell everybody that too, Elder. Like I tell everybody that. My baby mom got a stepdaughter. She just went. I said, did I not tell you to tell her ass she gonna fight against the Lord? She wanted to go. I said she gonna learn the hard way. You know? But I know I told her before too.
Who are we? The Most High set up a stumbling block for our families. Mm-hmm. It's a certain, we got a certain, you probably can't see it because you hard to see yourself in third person, but we got a nigga stigma on us. So no matter what we say about the Bible, people that know us just look at us like that's come on, man.
I grew up with you, boy. I'm gonna you in the bed. You know what I mean? She went to the prophets.
She done went to the prophets, man.
Yeah. What you got out now?
Pop without honor in his
own time. Own country.
I'm gonna read 7. It's like 8. 2 Nations 13:8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him was so afraid.
Right, so all the other nations was gathered together to fight against the Lord. They was afraid. So look how powerful the Lord is. Look what he's gonna do. Go ahead.
It said, and yet there's fight.
And yet there was fight. Why? Because the Lord put the Spirit on them.
Yep.
You see, the Lord put the Spirit on them to fight against them, man. For he can zap their ass, man. Why? Because that's prophecy. You got it out. I wanted the Exodus 3:15. The Lord, the man of war. Keep going on that.
It said, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor had sword, nor any instrument of war.
Why? Because it's just the power of the Lord. It just go off instinct. As now I can say, I want to lift that pole up because I'm setting in my mind. That's how the Lord gonna do it. He ain't gotta lift no hand up. He gonna be in his mind. Boom, 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 boom. That's how the Lord gonna do it. That's how powerful the Lord is, man. He ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Huh?
Like Magneto, Apocalypto.
Yeah, he just bring everything to his mind. Whatever the Lord think, it gonna happen. Whatever the Lord think, it gonna happen, man.
Mind control.
Yeah, that's what it is. Mind control, man. Go ahead, Al.
It said, and they, it's like 10. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flame.
Remember, this is the great day of the Lord right here, man. This is the day of the Lord wrath. Go ahead.
It says 2 Nations 13:10. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
Ooh. Come on, man. Jake, it's gonna happen, man.
Concentrated fire.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, man. That's why we constantly, you know what I'm saying, preach this, repent. Turn back from your evil ways. If not, man, you're gonna actually have to go through this, man. And that's something you don't want to go through. Because touching the stove is hot. Just imagine concentrated fire, man. All right, your skin falling off your bones, man. Sheesh. Like tender turkey or something. You know?
Big chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got it.
And they were all mixed together to blast of fire. the flaming breath,
Right.
and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which were prepared to fight.
Yeah, to prepare to fight, man, which the other nation. The Lord gonna fuck the other nations up, man. Esau thinking, that's why I say, hide me from the wrath of the Lamb. I mean, hide me from the wrath of the man that sitting on the throne and for the Lamb. Cause the Lord gonna fuck them up, man. He gonna see the power of the Lord like he can't win. And he gonna know the other nations can't win. So what he want the master to do? To fall upon him.
What, commit suicide?
You see? He knows. He know the Lord ain't gonna come play no games, man.
Like add to you said the mountains and rocks fall on us. They also go into hiding. It's them going to.
Yeah, they did. They gonna want to hide. Yeah. You know, because they got the technology to shoot the missiles, but you got something that can't defend the Lord, man. All right, the Lord gonna put a stop to all this shit, man. There's nothing you can make to defend the Lord missile. I mean, the Lord coming.
You can't resist it. There's no resistance system. Yeah.
No defense.
No defense.
It's a lose-lose situation when it comes down to you have about Shema shot.
And if I can just say that when he enters into this realm, you're gonna know in your spirit that you're a son of him. Like you're gonna know in the heathen, they're gonna know that we're the sons of this creature. Yeah. Like we're his children.
Yep. Yeah, bro.
You know how like a children, you might not have, when you was first, second grade, you were just doing crazy stuff. When your parents walked in, you remember you were a child now.
Yeah.
You know, when your parents come in, you remember who you are.
Yeah.
When that angelic force come in, you're going to know that you're a son of his creation. You're
because of that fear.
Yeah, that fear, man.
That fear gonna come upon you, man.
They said that in the movie Prometheus, so-called alien movie. They said they were looking for where they came from. They went inside a cave and they saw the chariots, but they called it the angels engineers.
Yep.
You know? Yeah, they know. They was like, they created us.
Okay, I got a precept real quick. This Psalms 86:9. All nations whom thou hast made should come and worship before thee, O Lord, and should glorify thy name.
Yep, hey, because they're all going to be dominated. Because even like you already broke it down, they're going to be fearful from the jump.
Yeah.
But he's going to control their minds, and he's going to force them to fight.
Awesome.
The Most High, do you understand the power of Yahweh Bashmal Shai? Have you ever seen the movie X-Men Apocalypse?
Yeah, bro.
What's the guy that they made one?
That's name Apocalypse.
Apocalypse?
Yeah.
He control your mind.
Right.
So the Yahweh Bashmal Shai, he's going to control the mind of the heathen to make them fight him. Can you imagine that?
That's cold. That's strong.
The earthlings are going to be forced to fight their creator. Yeah. But he's forcing them, man.
I can't help it. I ain't gonna be Jake like that. I can't help it. Yeah.
Then he's telling you ahead of time. He told you 3,000 years ago, 2,500 years ago.
Yeah.
You got it, brother.
They're gonna be manifested.
Yeah.
You know, soon.
This is Exodus 10:1. The Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, Go in unto Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart and the heart of his servants, that I might show these my signs before him.
The Most High told Moses, I hardened his heart, all right, so I could show these signs before him. Ooh. Is that in Romans 9? Come on.
This is Sirach 16 and 15. Sirach 16 and 15. The Lord hardened Pharaoh that he should not know him.
Yep.
That his powerful works may be known to the world.
Hey, we were just reading in 1 Samuel. It kept saying the Most High put an evil spirit on Saul.
Right.
An evil spirit. It said verbatim, an evil spirit from God.
Yeah.
It's put on Saul, man. So, hey, the Most High can put all type of mentalities on you, man. Yeah. So really,
look, that's spiritual.
That's spiritual.
What happened?
They got the whole army suit on.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's spiritual.
Hey, but you know when you was a kid, you had those little green army figures. You know, I used to have that. One held a gun like this. One might have a bazooka. One might have the binoculars. Hey, that's the Most High. He has that mentality.
That's right.
But you gotta go.
Oh, he had that what?
That mentality.
This Romans not.
Exodus
15.
Yeah.
This Exodus 15 and 3.
Yeah.
The Lord is a man of war.
He's a man of war. Hey, that's how you know we're his sons. We used to do that, man. We used to have little battles.
Yeah.
Orchestrate little battles with our toys, man. Hey, but did not it say in Revelation 4 that he created these things for his pleasure?
His pleasure.
Right.
Yep.
This is every empire coming into power, the wars that took place, the forging of another empire. Did it not say in Revelation 12, hey, are not thou that beast that the Lord allowed to reign in his world?
Yeah, the second notice.
Is that not a famous saying that the world is but a stage?
Yeah.
You got it.
Yep.
The Lord is his name.
Yahweh. Because if you look at that word up in this concordance, you don't have to do it. It goes back to Strong's 3068. Strong's 3068 is Yahweh. Yahweh is his name, man.
They say Yahweh right there.
Yahweh.
That's how you know it's Yahweh.
Yep,
But they
that
know
tetragrammaton, yep.
You know. But then when you go into the word war, it break down actions and bloodshed, man. So the Lord is about that action, man. You got it? Go ahead.
This is the Oxford American Writer's Thesis on the word war. It means warfare, combat, fighting, struggle, armed conflict, action, military action.
See? Military, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, you just finish what you're
No,
going
I
to
was saying action. You know, then it say military what?
Military action.
Military action, man.
And that's another thing, man. Yahweh Bashmal Shah is the most masculine entity in existence. And that's in our nation, that's very action oriented. To be a man, that's action oriented, man. All right? So he actually is making moves on earth. And if you look up the word general, because really Yahweh is the ultimate general,
Right.
the word general, as in war general, goes back to the word strategy. So the Most High creating all these strategies is going to lead to really the destruction of America.
Yeah, and you said what? Military what?
Military action.
Military action. Because remember, when you move, you got to move in like a file line, you know.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
Everything got to be what? In order.
Yep.
Like it's orchestrated, man.
Yep.
Yep.
And bloodshed.
And what? Bloodshed. That's what the Lord loves. You see? That's what he said. The Lord is a man of war. So he about that action and he about bloodshed, man.
Yep.
All right? The Lord love it. Go ahead.
And that's why King David, it said that he slain
10,000 men.
10,000 on tens of thousands,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
But who did he have a heart after?
He had the Most High.
That's right. He had a heart after Yahweh,
Yeah,
man.
yep.
Yep. That's right.
Showing you that was like you know how he said about Michael Jordan. If God played basketball, they'll be Michael Jordan.
Right.
Well, if God was running the earth as a king, that was King David.
That's right.
You know, if God was in warfare, hey, that was King David.
It's
man.
spirit, that's his man, like that's his favorite.
That's his man. He had a heart after him. You know,
That's crazy.
that's
man.
a lion on earth, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you got it, bro.
This is Romans 9:17. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee.
And that's another cut. You got documentary after documentary after documentary about how in the hell Egypt was constructed. How in the hell they made these pyramids? Was it the sound waves? Was it extraterrestrials? It tells you right here in Romans 9, I raised thee up. The Most High put your black ass in power, Ham.
That's it.
The Most High put him in power just so the Most High can show his might.
That's it. It's beautiful.
To Joseph, man. Come on, man.
Because if it wasn't for that dream, Egypt never would have became that powerhouse.
Come on. But you know what? And then going into that Josephus, it tells you that Abraham went into Egypt and he put them on those mathematics also. I think it's in the Josephus. It's been years since I read it. Abraham went into Egypt and he put him on those different sciences. Because that science was passed down from Adam. But it went from Adam to Abraham, and Abraham went into Egypt. He put those men on those different sciences, man.
I got a quick one for you.
All right? Like you said, it really took off with Joseph.
Yeah.
You know?
And what shows you how the Most High does that, look how Deion Sanders brought money back to Jackson.
Yeah, one man.
You see what I'm saying?
One
One man. So imagine in Joseph's time.
Jackson was famine. He took him famine. Joseph, aka Dion.
Boy, how you did Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm chasing Daily Company.
Yeah.
I'm away with Memphis.
This is cool for you, though, Elder. This is Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord Yahweh.
The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh.
Yeah.
His heart is his mind.
That's right.
You have to understand, the Most High controls minds.
Says I raised thee up.
Hey, and that goes to show you, because it tells you that was it? I forgot the scripture, but it said like Michael had to tap into the king of Persia mind.
It's in Daniel.
Daniel.
Yeah.
You know why? You know why it's so hard to tap into his mind? Because Yahweh was controlling his mind. Yeah. Like his mind, those kings, their mind was made after Yahweh.
That's right. Yeah.
That was under the control of Yahweh, man.
That's right, bro.
You know, because those kings they dealt with directly by the Most High.
Yep.
Because that's the Most High's Game of Thrones.
Yeah, bro.
So the Most High deals directly with Vladimir Putin. He deals ultimately he deals directly with the elites.
That's right.
But he's in the mind of Vladimir. He's in the mind of those different leaders, man.
And now if you go deeper, it was really Yahweh Shai, Mike.
Yup.
It was Yahweh Shai, Mike.
They had to fight against it. They had to go against it. All right.
Really. Said the king heart.
Got a quick one.
Yep,
Real
let's
quick.
get it.
And this is 1 Kings 3:5. Just to back your point, Elder. In Gibeon, the Lord Yahweh appeared to Solomon in a dream by night. And the Most High said, ask, what shall I give you? And the reason why I brought that out, because the Most High really put the spirit on King Solomon to ask him, look, let me be a great judge. And then at the end, the Most High multiplied everything he does.
Right.
Why? Because the king's heart is in the mind. I'm sorry, the king's heart is in the hand or the will of the Most High.
It's beautiful.
That's right.
Ain't no way around it. But this Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord Yahweh.
And what did it say in Daniel? Was it Daniel 5? It says, "And thou king, whose breath is the hand of the Most High." Whose breath is the hand of the Most High, man.
Even Nebuchadnezzar gave reference to that.
Yep. Yep.
You know?
Yeah. Because you got your house shut, you got the angels.
Yeah.
But then you got the Most High.
Real quick,
Like, he controls minds, man.
Yeah.
He controls, because it tells you, hey, this is Yahweh in Matthew 6 and in Luke. This is Yahweh Shai telling you the power of the Most High, saying that he knows the number of your hairs on your head.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we gonna learn the power of the Most High, man. Because we're under Yahweh Shai right now. With his father, his superior, his boss, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That's why we can't wait. When these mandates come out and they put us on the news, it's a script. They plan out the script that the Most High gave them, man. All right, that's why we're going to have to lean on him. I'm sorry.
That's right.
Have to lean on him.
I'm just adding on with you.
Yeah.
That's it.
And we got to tap into that now. We got to tap into that now. We got to know that he is. Why do you think his name is He Is?
Yeah.
I am. Be still and know that I'm Yahweh. All right?
Yep.
That's cold.
And his name going to faith too. You think about it.
Yeah.
Hebrews 11:6.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Grab it real quick, because that's the reference that Nebuchadnezzar gave for the Lord, man.
This is
They
that.
were proud. Nebuchadnezzar was proud, man. The Lord had to bring his ass down, man. You see what the Lord did to him? Put him in the wilderness for 7 years, man.
Pride come before a fall.
No, let him live like a brute beast.
Yep.
So he got it to the Lord. What? Put it back in his spirit.
Yep.
All right, to understand that he is. Then the Lord did what? Put him back on the throne. And this what he said. Go ahead, bro.
Yep.
This Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers,
Man.
and the demand by the word of the holy ones,
Yeah.
to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set up over it the basis of men.
Yep. And going to show you the Most High set up the basis of men, he gave every nation a chance to rule.
Time, bro.
Like, it was Ham, all right, that was ruling during the time of Egypt. And we know that there was, what's that, Mizraim?
Yeah.
All right? But now we know today that that's the modern Sudanese, Watusis, and it's the other one too. Zulus. Now the Most High can give you that glory, and you can be that Lucifer, that light bearer, and you can have that prominent rulership, with that prestige. But he can take it off of you.
Look at him now.
Look at him now. That's the point I was getting into. Exactly. So, yeah.
Let through, bro.
Dude. But same thing with Esau, Edom.
Right.
1950s white man, that 1950s so-called white man.
Yeah.
But when the Most High take that light off him, That's why we gonna say at 14, is this the man, the earth? You know what I'm saying? Because you can look at a damn Zulu right now, like, this the nigga that had the pyramids? Like, you know what I mean? But Esau the same way.
Yeah.
You know, because he gonna take that, he's not gonna be Lucifer. He's not gonna be the light
no more, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Done on that?
They got it. That's it.
Yeah, that was it.
All right.
This is Whack 18, I'm gonna start at 1. He that liveth forever created all things in general. The Lord only is righteous.
He that liveth forever created all things in general. All things. And he did it through his son. But like you made a beautiful point, man, the Most High just gave an order. And don't you know that all things obey his will? That's in the scripture. Get it, brother.
Keep going. I'm gonna start at 2 again. The Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but he who governed the world with the palm of his hand.
Don't you understand? Don't you have a dream like that? Who governed the world with the palm of his hand? But do you know what it means when it says govern? That means he controls all the systems that run existence. All the systems that run the world.
I'm gonna say they go in Hebrews, the 1st chapter. He
You
created the
was
words,
about to say,
the Greek Empire, the Roman Empire, Medes and Persians, Babylon.
If you look at the world, like, you know how they show, what's this piece of shit drive off? If you show, you know how they show like a time lapse? They'll show like a time lapse of New York City, Times Square. Or you'll show like from a bird's eye view, a certain country and millions of people. The Most High is controlling all that, man. He creates systems that run the world, man.
That's right, bro.
All right?
Yup, I'm gonna finish it. We got to say,
And the way you know it's true, I'm just gonna say something true speaking. How does your body function? Your body functions like the world.
You said it the other day too, Ed, how the body made 70% of water.
You know how many systems is in your body that runs like the systems on the earth? There's so many systems that got your body running.
Yeah.
So many, and if you put it on a microscope, it looks like a universe. It looks like a carnival. If you look at your cell,
Y'all should have said it.
Was it the cell?
Yeah.
It looks like a carnival, man. But it's a galaxy because you are Earth in yourself. It looks like a galaxy, brother.
we made for the dust, right?
We made for the dust. Come on, man.
Hey, I'm gonna read 3. It's a Whack 18:3. Going back, we said obey, right?
Yep.
It say who govern the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will.
See, all things obey his will, and there's a scripture, several scriptures says, refer to the Most High as the king of the earth. You gotta know what it means when it says he's the king of the earth.
Yep.
And because it says you also in Matthew and in Luke that a bird doesn't fly without your fire. A bird doesn't fall.
That's right. This is the Most High sanctioned.
Unless the Most High sanctioned it. So the Most High actually orders a bird to be put to death. So that really means too, that hunter, only reason why that hunter killed that bird, because the Most High commissioned him to die, man.
That's it, man.
And you know what he said about the lily? Like how beautiful it was, but it doesn't
toil.
it doesn't toil for itself. And it says that a lily is more beautiful than King Solomon's kingdom.
Man,
Damn.
You know, because the Most High provide their beauty.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Hey, but hey, all things you gonna understand the power he is, and you gonna understand it when that missile goes off, when America gets destroyed. That's he is.
Yep.
The world gonna know. Oh, that's power.
That's
That's that ancient power that ran the Israelites.
That's right, bro.
I'm finish it. It said, in all things obey his will.
Hey, even birds migrating. I was watching Our Planet, right? The narrator was like when it's time for birds, because on one part of the earth was a famine, right? On the other part of the earth, it was water flowing. But then the narrator said a mysterious signal triggered these birds to go where the water was. Because like how did the birds know where the water was? They said a mysterious signal basically commanded the birds to go where the water was. How about you on shot feeding this earth, man?
That's right.
Come on, man.
And to back you up, World War III, the Most High is going to put the spirit on those birds to go feast on the king.
What's that, Ezekiel 39?
Yeah. I think so.
The Most High commands animals.
Yeah.
When those animals, it's thousands of birds, and they go in one direction, they receive the commandment from Yahweh by Shema Shai.
Prime example, Daniel's in the lion's den. That's a prime example.
That's a prime example, man.
Starving now.
Yep. They were starving lions.
Bro, that was that easy when Daniel was in there.
Yep.
Come on, man, you can't get around no hungry lion.
Come on now.
That's how you know the Lord commanded their mouths to be what? Shut.
Yep.
Chill out, man. They ain't that whole good. He eating everything. We might have to pay the brothers on the eating everything.
And we gotta constantly reiterate that spirit. This is our Father's show.
That's right, bro.
Like no matter what Esau, Edom says, or whatever the media puts, like this is our Father's program.
That's right.
This is our Father's program. Like look, this daddy run this, man. Papa run this, man.
And that's how your house shot was.
Yep, he had that mentality.
Yeah, we told pastors you can't do nothing except be given by the Father.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's brutal, man.
That's the ruling class mentality of a prince.
Yeah,
I mean, you know you're my father's kingdom. Because Yahweh shot did it again in 2nd Ezra 12.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You reign in my father's world.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish. He said, "For he is the king of all."
He's the king of all. That is not a title.
Nah.
Right would be like, I'm the king, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
no, man. That literally means he controls all.
Right.
Got you right here. Hold it right now, real quick out now.
You got it.
The judge out, he said he control all. Watch this right here. This the word going to the word government. Go ahead.
This is governor in the etymology, late 13th century, to rule with authority, to steer,
Because remember, Yahweh Shah was giving our what? Authority. Go ahead.
to be at the helm of, govern, rule, command.
Steer your mind.
Oh, and you know what? Kings have armies, right? Kings have agents. All right, because like King Solomon, he had his man. What's his man? He would always say, "Follow upon him."
Benaiah.
Bill,
Because in the movie Godfather, that was Luca Brasi. You know, but guess what? The Most High has millions of them. That's why I said in the morning, judgment going forth. The king took a judgment. Death is a judgment.
The scripture in Job says, "Is there any number of his armies?"
That's why it says in Sirach, there be spirits created for vengeance.
Yeah.
Vengeance is nothing but judgments.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what it means to be a king. The Most High is sending out hits. He's regulating. It's not just he's just killing people. He's running the whole earth. He's controlling every system, every world system, every council, every council that they have. The Most High runs that. All right, go ahead.
Direct as a pilot.
Yep. All right.
It's a word government.
Yep. Okay.
Rule the mind.
That's it. Yeah.
Hey, hence direct TV.
You know, when it comes down to the pilot is what? The head position. Because he the one just steering the what? Just steering the plane.
Yep.
If I may add, he got control over everything. So like if the plane go down, hey, everything gonna be blamed on him.
It's in his hands.
Like that movie The Flight with Denzel.
Yep.
Everything was blamed on Denzel.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the spirit too, brother. I was just talking about a real vessel that, you know, how all different plane crashes, how everybody died in the crash. That was the power of Yahweh, got everybody to be judged at that one time.
Yep. Well, you know what they showed you that in the movie Final Destination?
Yeah.
All those particular people were on those trains, were on that plane. Everybody on that train or that plane was supposed to die. And the fact that they cheated death, they still had an algorithmic death because they were supposed to die on that plane.
Right.
Yeah, you can't escape them.
You can't escape
them. Most High got your number. I mean, you got goddamn.
Got it.
You know.
Yeah.
They always say, should it be evil in the city? The Lord had not done it.
Right.
The Lord control everything, man. You know, people blame Satan, but no. The Most High say he killing, he making lives.
The same works for the Most High.
Exactly. Job.
Satan gets his orders from the Most High.
Period.
And if you think about it, hell, he was created by Yahweh Shah to rule with the Most High.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how deep this thing goes.
Deep.
They grab that in Amos 5 and 18, bring that up. Hey, bring your precept out to me. One you hold. It's the book of, it's the book of Isaiah chapter 45. How you got it? Go ahead. No, go ahead.
This Amos 5 and 18, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
War means destruction. All right? Now, the day of the Lord, you're going to have a lot of calamities. Like this 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. Go ahead, bro.
So what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness.
It's all about results. So meaning, what's the end? Are you going to be saved or are you going to be destroyed? You're going into your judgment. All right, now we know by default, 2/3 of our people will be destroyed, and the non-elect scattered throughout the four corners of the world, which are Israelites, that will not be saved, and also these other nations, beginning with the kingdom of Esau. Continue, bro.
And not like as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leave his hand
so
on.
think about this movie, Final Destination. But think about that song Tupac once made, I See Death Around the Corner. Literally, if the Most High has your ticket, your time card will be punched. All right, go ahead.
And leaned his hand on the wall,
Yeah.
and a serpent bit him.
Right, so you ain't escaping nothing. The Most High is just basically doing what he wants to do, because like the elder was saying, he controls your mind. And this is the way he wants you to go out. Like
but the Lord gonna make America be like a maze. You know, like Halloween, when they go on, you know what I'm saying, to the haunted house and shit like that. That's how the Lord gonna have America, man.
Yup.
Either way, everywhere you look, it's gonna be destruction. You know, it's gonna be killing, it's gonna be death.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
1 Thessalonians 5:1.
Right.
It's not a word. It said, but the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
Right.
For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night.
And that thief in the night, when you look that term up, it means unexpected. All right, it means unexpected. But how do we know that the time is near? Because we are measuring the times via the scriptures.
Yep.
Via current events. All right, keep going.
But when they shall say peace and safety,
Right.
then sudden destruction come upon them.
Look, there's no stopping WW3. All right, there's no stopping the pestilence and this pandemic. Okay, this is emotion, and it's not going to stop until the end result, which is the day of the Lord.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
It said, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction.
Yeah, we're not in the time of peace and safety, man. We are in the time of war and judgment. Okay, go ahead.
Then sudden destruction come upon them.
Right, go ahead.
And travail upon a woman with child.
Travail. Now, I don't know if you have ever seen a woman go in labor, but once those labor pains start, you can't reverse that. All right, that has to play out. So these events that will lead to the day of the Lord, it must play out. And it's not going back and reversing. No, it will continue to go in a forward motion, like a ball rolling down a fucking hill. It's gonna get bigger and bigger.
A domino effect.
A domino effect, right?
Right.
Now, hey, I want something. Get travail, bro.
Okay, travail in Greek, it's an OD.
Right. Oh, yo.
It says,
Odin. Right. Now jump to definition 2.
Yeah, it says intolerable anguish in reference to the dire calamities.
Intolerable anguish. When you look up intolerable anguish, anguish means what? Mental and physical pains. Right? Go ahead.
It says in reference to the dire calamities precede the event.
So what's the dire calamities? WW3. All right. Revelation 13 chapter. All right. The potato chip. Right. Jacob's trouble. Right. All of this is going to be exercised upon the arrival of Yahushua. Right. Go ahead, bro.
It says in reference to the dire calamities precede the event of the Messiah.
Event means what? Arrival. So prior to the arrival of Yahushua, you're going to have these events.
Don't they have like a movie or a show called that? But it's dealing with so-called aliens, Arrival.
I don't know.
It's a movie. Yeah, but it's dealing with the chariots though.
Okay.
It's called Arrival.
Okay. All right, now, bro, get what you got? Get Revelation 71.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 9.
Right.
After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude.
Right, and that great multitude are Israelites, looking like these other nations, man. Go ahead, bro.
Which no man could number.
Which no man can number. Go ahead.
Of all nations.
Right. Meaning what? They're scattered throughout the four corners of the world, going into what? The curse spoken of in Deuteronomy, the 28.
2864.
Yeah, 2864. And I want to say Deuteronomy 28 and 24, 28 and 25. Go ahead, bro.
And kindreds and people and tongues stood before the throne.
And all of these are Israelites. All right, go ahead.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, the other way.
Before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes.
Clothed with white robes, right? Shekai, get robes, basically in Greek. Read that over, bro. And this further proved that what the brother Nabal was going into, being saved out of these distresses and Jacob's trouble, going into the day of the Lord.
Yeah, for sure.
This proves that these are Israelites scattered throughout the four corners of the world.
Right.
Go ahead, bro. Yeah, sorry to talk.
Book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations, and kindreds, and people, and tongues, stood before the throne, and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, and palms in their hands.
All right. Now get robes, bro.
A robe, so the Greek stole.
Yeah.
It says equipment and clothing, specifically a loose outer garment for men extending to the feet, worn by kings, priests,
Worn by kings and priests, right? So within this mixed multitude, you're gonna have what? You're gonna have men, you're gonna have women, and you're gonna have children. Now the men are gonna have on what? These robes, which further proves these are Israelites. I get Exodus 19 and verse 6, bro.
It's Exodus 19 and 6.
Right.
And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests.
A kingdom of priests, which further proves these are the individuals who have on these white robes. These white robes also are symbolic for what? Pure in the spirit. All right? Renewal in the spirit. And only the Israelites can be renewed in the spirit. So Revelation 79 must be talking about Israelites.
In the holy nation,
Right.
these are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
Unto the sons of Israel. Get your book.
It's Isaiah 52 and 1.
Right.
Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion.
Right.
Put on thy beautiful garments.
Put on these beautiful garments, talking about what? This truth, right? This truth. And these beautiful garments are what? White robes. Go ahead, bro. You got it, brother? Okay, go ahead.
It says, O Jerusalem, just for proof. That's what it's talking about, Revelation 7 chapter.
Right.
The holy city, for henceforth there shall no more come into thee the uncircumcised and the unclean.
That's it. And that's it. Now go back to did you finish on Revelation 79? Now jump down to 13.
Book of Revelation, chapter 7, verse 13.
Tribulation.
And one of the elders answered, saying unto me,
One of the 24 elders, go ahead.
what are these which are arrayed in
Arrayed.
arrayed?
Who are these? Who is this multitude that have all these white robes? The me is referring to John the Revelator. Go ahead.
Arrayed in white robes, and whence came they?
Where did they come from? Go ahead.
And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, these are they which came out of great tribulation.
Pressing
Now,
together.
what nation is being oppressed on earth? The Israelites. No matter how they look. And what oppressed these Israelites? This system, right?
Right.
This system is benefit for Esau to spring on top, to stay on top, and at the same time frame, his joint heirs is who? You got these other nations, right? And you got the black one. Go ahead.
Because when Yahushua, he went to the Garden of Gethsemane, he goes to there, it goes to like to press together, man. He was pressing the spirit, knowing we had to be followed.
Yeah, and he was at oil.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So it says a pressing together, it says pressure, metaphorically oppression, affliction, tribulation, distress.
And this further proves that Israelites are saved from this great tribulation.
This is tribulation in the etymology, going to the definition of word net, an annoying or frustrating or catastrophic event.
Ooh, what's that talk about? The day of the Lord. If you want to sum it up, let's talk about the day of the Lord, which further prove Revelation 79 that mixed multitude has to be Israelites. Finish it out, bro. That's it. Go ahead.
And Zephaniah 2 and 1, gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation I desire.
And who is that referring to? The Israelites.
And this is the gathering.
That's it. And how we gather about it?
Yep, the word.
The word.
The word,
the
man.
Word. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Before the decree breathe forth, before the day pass as a chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
And well, go ahead.
It says, seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment.
So before the day kicks off, the terrible day, the dreadful day kicks off, it says seek the Lord, repent.
Seek righteousness, seek meekness, may be ye should be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
It may be you should be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. But what? The chariots, man, the so-called UFOs. We jump to Isaiah, what's that, 26, 20? Come down to that chambers and shut that door about thee and hide yourself for the moment cut photograph. You know?
This is Isaiah 26 and 20. Come, my people, into thy chambers.
It said, my people. And it say the whole world, and it say everybody. It said, my people, which are the Israelites, man. Go ahead.
Hey, and just to back you up, Revelation 7:14.
7:13.
Going into how these people were saved from that great tribulation via the chariots.
Yep. And guess what? Only the elect gonna be saved, man.
That's it, bro.
Only the elect gonna be saved out of it, man. Because 2/3 they're gonna be destroyed by nuclear fire. They're gonna be part of this destruction, man.
Yeah, like Apostle Hart made a statement. It's not gonna be a mistake.
Right.
You know, as to who they gonna save and who gonna get left.
That's right, bro.
You know.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, you can think about that parable of the tares and the wheat.
Yep.
You know?
And shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed.
Until the indignation be overpassed, his wrath be overpassed, man. And we know that the Lord's anger with the wicked every day, man. So we want to hide ourselves. What? Hey, Psalms 91, man. You know, come back to Yahweh Shema Shai, this word, man. You know, want to keep going? 21.
This is Isaiah 26 and 21. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place
What spiritual realm? Go ahead.
to punish the inhabitants of the
Hey,
earth
punish the inhabitants of the earth, the wicked people, the sinners. Go ahead.
for their iniquity.
Right, for their transgressions.
And the earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain.
Right, because the slain of the Lord should be many in that day, from one end of the earth to the other, man. So the Lord gonna have a lot of bodies in that day, man. I got you one now. You got it?
This is Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is that coming from Edom?
Come on, man. You got it, bro.
Who is this that coming from Edom?
That's your Howard shot, man.
That's right.
That's your Howard shot, man. Did you say Abba is a man of war?
Right.
He coming back with them skulls in his hand. The ancient world style, we got all the king's skulls in your hand.
Yep.
All right, who is this that come from Edom? Go ahead, brother.
Hey, he gonna be on that horse just like your boy.
Come on, man. Come on, man. What you got it, bro?
With dyed garments from
And
Bozrah.
that's a figure of speech.
That's it.
It don't die garments. It's blood. This thing don't die. It's blood, man.
Hey, remember bloodshed. You know,
Bloodshed.
bloodshed out. War is a man of war. He said,
This-
righteousness he do make war, right? Right there, Revelation.
Yeah, because if I can add, when you go to the ancient world, that was normal. When you see the men of your nation come back after the war drenched in blood. You know? That was plenty of time King David would come back drenched in the blood of the Philistines. You know, after the war. So that's ancient world talk, like the brother is saying, man.
Yeah, because it said, and going back to the ancient time, like you're speaking about, it was fought with confused noise.
Yeah.
You know, it was said garment rolled up in blood, man. And it was hand-to-hand combat. But this war is gonna be what? With fury of what? Fire.
And think about this, Yahushua is the chief priest, right? He's the chief priest. Now King David couldn't build a temple, why? Because he had too much blood on his hands, right? But Yahushua, you can tell this from a symbolic standpoint because he's building a spiritual temple as we speak.
Yeah.
I got quick.
All right, go ahead.
On this bag of the point, you know how you saying he gonna have them crowns and them heads of them heathens, man. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 24. Then cometh the end when he, and then he is Yahushua, shall have delivered up the kingdom to the Most High, even the Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power.
Hey, man, that's the straight. Hey, like going back to the way of the East.
Yeah.
You got these skulls in your hand, but he said, Abba, I did it.
Yep.
You know, like some of y'all got dogs, right? Sometimes your dog will bring a dead bird to you. You like, what the hell?
Dead squirrel.
Dead squirrel. And he like, it's a gift to you, you know. You like, oh shit.
Yep.
But that's ain't a house shot, man. I presented these kingdoms to him, man.
Yeah, making his father proud.
Because he already inherited it by what he did for us. But now it has to be manifest. He's gonna they're gonna show you, man, we gotta dominate, man. We gotta conquer our situations, man.
Right.
You know, you always go into that.
Hey, cause like, because Yahushua, when he come back, he gonna run through all these heathens Okay? They said he's gonna deliver up the kingdom to the Most High. Going back to how you have to have an ancient mindset when you read the book. Because if you're a king and you have 4 sons, well, you gotta understand, of course the heir is gonna get the crown, but you will have sons that wasn't the eldest. What they would try to do to prove their father, they would go conquer. Like, I'm a better conqueror than him. You see?
That's right.
That's how you, like, right now, you know, you impress your father with good grade, you dunk on the nigga, you know? But see, in the ancient world, you had to go conquer some shit when your father was a king. The expectation's different, you know?
Right.
The Prince world, man.
You guys, man.
And it says, this that is glorious in his apparel,
Yep.
traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Those chariots, man. And look, and that's how you know Yahweh Shah and Abba, Yahweh, they're ostentatious. Because all kings do that. They have military parades where they showcase their artillery. Flexing.
Yeah.
All type of tanks all in the streets, man. Well, this is going to be the same thing, man. That grand interest, man. You know? You got it, brother.
And it says, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Yep.
I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Yep. Yep.
Wherefore art thou red and thou pearls.
Yep. It's like he's talking to Yahweh Shah in here. Why are you red in your apparels? Where are you just coming from? You know, you got it.
And thy garments like him that treaded in a wine fat.
Your garment, because in the ancient world we had like a wine press. You literally have to press the grapes. You know, but the result will be your garment will be like
It'll be dyed.
It'll be dyed.
Full of that juice.
Full of that juice.
And it look like blood.
It look like blood.
Yeah.
So it's like, where are you coming from to where it looks like you've been treaded in the wine press, man? You got it.
They got it on.
Yeah.
It said, I have trodden the wine press alone.
Yep.
And of the people there is none with me.
Yep.
Or I would tread them in my anger.
You got it, bro. It's about to come here.
Let's see what the Lord said.
Yep.
He gonna tread them in his anger.
Come on, man.
He said he would breathe with flames of fire. That's his anger, man.
Yep.
The thermonuclear missiles.
That's right. And those chariots.
Ooh, can't forget about that. That's the cherry on top, man.
Come on, man. He came, the first time he was in the Roman Empire, he came as a sheep.
Right.
And he was like a sacrifice in that Roman Empire. Couldn't fight back, couldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
But now he's coming as a conquering lion.
And you know he come back with them chariots because it said the way he ascending, the way he gonna descend.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right. So you know he coming in them chariots. This time they coming with that action, man.
I would not make this a man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I got one.
All right, I'm gonna keep going on this. Y'all go ahead and get y'all thing.
It's Isaiah 13:9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate.
And anger means what? Indignation. Righteous anger. So the Most High is doing this from a righteous standpoint because of the wickedness in the world led by Esau.
It says to lay the land desolate.
Desolate means what? Utterly empty.
I thought men at the rivers, you know, we're now all displeased at the rivers, you know.
And he should destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Right, the sinners, 2/3 of our people. Because by default, these are the only people that can sin. But guess what? The other nation that's on this demographic will be destroyed as well.
This Amos 9 and 10, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake.
The sword is symbolic for judgment. All right, then you got these other Israelite camps talking about that the day of the Lord is going to be goody-goody. But according to the scriptures, people are going to die.
That's right.
All right, you can believe, you don't have to know the name, and then Edomites can be saved, and you can do whatever you want as far as like different types of erroneous acts with your woman, man, you're going to be destroyed, man. Yeah, you are going to be destroyed. Your lifestyle can lead you to death.
Yeah, promoting adultery,
yeah,
or having these party Passovers, man. You know, hey, what is the last Passover and this how you went out? That's the sacrifice you offered up, man. You know, because everybody will have to give an answer.
That's
you know?
it. Yeah.
And that's why the scripture, if I may add, that's why the scriptures say, seek not death in the area of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why the scripture also states that Yahweh Shai is the author and finisher of our faith. And so you can equate the concept of the Passover, because the Passover is an extreme solemn assembly. All right, author means what? Pioneer of our faith. Finisher means what? In the Greek, the highest example of our faith. So you can't compare anybody else's Passover to Yahweh Shai.
Well, that's
that
why,
motherfucker can't save you.
Well, and that's why the scripture said we're a Sodish people. Jake, because it's no different from getting together and watch next Friday and the Friday after next. You know how Jake come together, this loud boisterous and the music playing.
Yep.
They just brought that into Israel, man.
That's it.
Jake is not serious. Jake is not disciplined, man.
But what's the purpose of being born again?
Right.
If you still trying to bring nigga
culture
into this truth.
And it's a foul odor in the sight of Yahweh Shai. Nigga, that nigga scent, man.
Say it's a smoke in his nose.
It's a smoke in his nose, man.
Irritating.
You know? I mean, that's all I want to say, man. Y'all got it.
This is Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil should not overtake nor prevent us.
And it's starting out with the perverse of the circumcision, man. All right, all that mockery of the Most High's name. All right, downplaying adultery. All right. And it's confirmation, man. Hey, those who know better. When you say circumcision, that's basically those who know better.
That's right.
They about to get judgment coming to them, man.
Those they in the know.
Those that they're in the know, man. It's about to get judgment. See, it's all fun and games when the lights on. It's all fun and games when it's food inside the store. It's all fun and games when martial law hasn't been declared.
Right.
But now we're gonna have to. We're coming into a point in time. You're gonna have to lean on what you teach.
Right.
Look, you're coming into a point in time. You have to lean on what you teach, man. You gotta stand on what you teach, man.
I got clue for the trumpet.
Yep.
This is Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain.
Yep.
Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord coming, for it is nigh at hand.
Hey, yes, we're supposed to blow the trumpet. Pursuant to Ezekiel. And it's beautiful too, man.
Yeah.
I love their reaction. Their reaction is a token that we're doing the right thing.
Keep
right.
Keep their energy.
Keep their energy. Yeah, exactly.
Keep that same energy.
Yep.
You don't need it.
Yep. But we supposed to blow the horn to our people, man. Nobody else is doing it.
They say Isaiah 58:1. Cry loud, spare not. Lift thy voice up like a trumpet and show my people what they transgress.
You've been in captivity 400 years. Sin is a lifestyle to you, and you don't even know it. So the Most High set up the prophet to put a mirror in your face, like, this is why you were here in the first place.
Right.
Here you are justifying adultery, man. All right? So the circumcision gonna get judged first, man. All right? But
It's written.
dark times are coming that we've never experienced, man.
Yeah, so what is the Lord about to do, man?
What is the Lord about to do? And you better be prepared. If you know better, if you're an Israelite leader over a camp, and you're not telling your people this right here, you're gonna be punished, man.
Right.
Your family gonna get judged.
Yeah, they will say the blood gonna be required of your hands, man.
The Most High put a very demonic, dark spirit on Esau Edom.
Yeah.
And that's the sword right there.
That's right.
Esau Edom, that's an animal, man. You understand that shit?
He a real beast, man.
Esau Edom is a beastly man.
Yeah.
Going back to Christopher Columbus, all right? Those were beastly men, man.
When they showed some of that in the movie, the Divide, the Edomites were pretty much like it was a nuclear attack, and they was hiding out with this one Edomite. They held them hostage, took all the food, but they got in that real primitive Edomite nature. They started wearing dresses, wearing lipstick. They raped this woman to death.
Well, the Nazi soldiers did that. The Hitler, you saw that too. Hitler had his soldiers out on different. I forgot what you call it when the soldiers are away from home for so long. Excursions, right? So they've been from home so long, and what happened, they'll start going into that demonic Idumean mindset. They'll start practicing drag. So the Nazi soldiers, ironically, they were supposed to hate homosexuals, but they themselves are homosexuals. So when they're away from home so long, they'll start wearing drag, start wearing dresses. They'll start playing girlfriend, boyfriend with each other, man. All right? You got it?
This is the prayer of Azariah 1:9. And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies.
Wow. Lawless enemies. See what there's a definition to the word civilized. The real definition of civilized is keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Civil.
Not being a homosexual, that's in the law. All right, not practicing cannibalism, that's in the law. Bestiality, that's in the law, right? Well, he said lawless enemies. So it ain't no telling what the fuck they'll do.
Like, I just want to say, there was, what's that Psalm, the 73rd chapter? I was a beast before thee.
Yup.
Because, what make us a beast? Not keeping the law, statutes, commandments, man.
Before we woke up, we were primitive. Before we woke up, we were animals, man. Brute beasts. Because what makes you an animal? You a slave to those natural urges that every human has. But you have no law to dominate it, to govern it, man.
All right. See, Jake be saying that shit, nigga. I'm a beast, nigga.
Yeah, damn right you are.
You know?
And that's why Esau shoot your ass down the streets like a beast, man.
And you watch these different horror movies on Esau, you be like, man, where these producers begin this mindset from for these films? Like that movie Saw.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Esau, he's sinister. He's sinister. That's the word. He's left field. You got it, bro.
It says, and thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies, most hateful forsakers of the Most High.
Most hateful, but did it not say the wicked are estranged from the womb? As soon as he be born, basically speaking lies. So Esau, he has a natural disposition to be antagonistic against the ways of the Most High.
And which is crooked, cannot be made
It
straight.
can't be made straight, man. So once again, the Most High is about to put 2/3 of our people into the hands of these lawless enemies. But now these lawless enemies, they've upgraded, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
It says to an unjust king and the most wicked in all the world.
Yep, the elite, man.
Yeah, and it's spiritual, showing you that prayer was really a prophecy. Because Nebuchadnezzar ain't the most wicked, man.
Exactly.
No.
No, he wasn't. Because each kingdom was each part of the statue represented the kingdom. And then degenerated as the statue went down. So showing you that the most inferior or the most degenerate was that last one.
Yep, that's him.
The last one. Now you got leaked photos of the elites having dinners, like Thanksgiving dinners, with a whole Israelite on the table being stuffed. You know? The elites have those little dark parties, like Eyes Wide Shut. Is it Eyes Wide Shut?
Yeah, Eyes Wide Shut, yeah.
But they really have those elite parties where they have a whole Mexican sit on a table, but his body will be stuffed in dressing, man.
Yep, that's their whole concept of Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Like the way they do the, turkey.
Yep. That's Satanism, man. All right?
Their nature.
Yep.
You got it, bro.
This is Ezekiel 21. I'm going to start at 8. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened, and also furbished. It is also it is sharpened to make a sword slaughter.
If I can say something, said it's furbished.
Right.
So this thing it's been perfected, man. Like you refurbish something, you get it just right. You know, so like the elder has said, the devil upgraded now. So the shit they coming with, man, which certain brothers been saying it, they got that chip ready to go, man. And I believe it too. Like, you know, because if they gave us this technology, they've been had this is old shit.
It's old.
You know, the chip on, hey, that thing ready. So whatever else they about to bring, man, they gonna bring out everything now. You know?
And you know what? They're not letting you Israelites have all these guns in your neighborhoods for nothing.
Right.
That's to justify martial law.
That's it.
It's a trap, man. Don't you know this man is a cunning hunter? You think he gonna give y'all little bastards guns and just go by his day?
Y'all got the same thing.
Y'all got the same thing, man.
Give y'all something to defeat him.
Right, come on, man.
We want to make it fun, you know?
He has to justify because it's gonna be chaos in your living quarters, man.
Yeah.
So now he has to interfere, and that's the point.
It's not be savage.
Yeah,
So you gotta justify it, man.
right. Y'all got it, brothers.
Ezekiel 21 and 10. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth?
Yep. Hey.
It
Yeah, that's the movie right
could
there.
timid.
Oh, you good, bro?
It said, it could timid the water of my son is every tree, and he had given it to be furbished that it may be handled.
Yeah, they may be handled. Hey, the scripture tell you in Romans that he bared the sword not in vain. You see?
Oh, yeah.
See, Esau finna go crazy, man. All right? See, people don't have a clue of this man's true nature, man. And the hatred that goes way back.
Yeah, bro.
Okay? To the beginning. You can even track it back to the garden. You know? But going back to Jacob and Esau, there's a deep hatred rooted in this man based off an event that happened with the blessing, man. You got it, bro.
It said, it is, I'm going to read 11 again.
Yep.
Ezekiel 21:11. And he had given it to be furbished that it may be handled.
Yep.
This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished, to give it to the hand of the slayer.
Go ahead.
Cry out, how, son of man, for it shall be upon my people.
It shall be upon my people.
Yeah.
See, you Israelites don't have a clue. Because right now, Jake is wilding. Those are the circumcision, and those that are just in the world. Okay? You look at the average rapper now, all he pushes death. Okay? You look at Eve, you know, look how out of order, and it's getting worse, man. Each generation is getting worse, man.
Yeah, that's the proof.
Yeah,
This the last generation.
Yeah, you look at Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, but then look at Jaden and Willow.
Mm-hmm.
Look how much worse it done got in that one generation, man. Okay? So Yahweh Shema Shai is about to cut off whole lineages in Israel, man.
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead.
It should be upon all the princes of Israel.
The princes, which is the leaders, man. You look at the leadership that our people look up to, man, it's wicked. Okay? Even those that know that they're Israelites, man.
It's spirit. When you said that, I thought of Nate, man.
Yep.
Hey, it's amazing. But you know what? I believe through the Spirit, and I hope through the Spirit, the Lord using, you know, brothers in Great Millstone, beginning with our apostles, elders, and heads of camps. The Lord is using us to heap coals of fire on them guys, man. Because really, we ain't been saying nothing negative about him. We was hoping he would get better, and we in commending him for saying the name. He got better. He talking all type of shit about us, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, brothers, don't get upset. Don't even go back and forth with them. Like, Lord willing, we in our lot, man. You know, because we supposed to be persecuted. You know what I'm saying? Bum counts, we still bums. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But
It is.
hey, we'll take that. You know, you got it, bro.
Yep. It said, terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people.
Hey, terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Because Esau's finna whip some things out, man.
Right.
You got to remember, this is a man that's fighting for his kingdom. Esau has everything to lose, okay? And he's been blessed carnally with the sword, man. Okay? You figured out how it's gonna play out, man.
That's why I say over my dead body.
Yeah. Esau finna get it in blood, man. Okay? He's tired of being politically correct with you niggas, man.
It's prophecy though.
Yeah, he's just finna come to you, man.
Yeah, this is Revelation 12:12. Ain't no more try one with this devil. Now it's like, hey, time is short now.
Yep. Get that in Isaiah 47 and
Revelation 12:12. Revelation 12:12. Yeah. It said, yeah, 12:12. It said, terrors by reason of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon that thigh.
And this is finna happen quick. You see? Because everything Esau was building his digital infrastructure, all right, around the masses. That's why he has you so distracted with the whole Will Smith and Chris Rock.
Right.
Then you got what's the chick? Ketanji Brown Jackson. Okay.
I've seen her.
She's the first black woman for the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And Jake is celebrating like they got a victory, man.
Yeah. She was on news today.
You know what I'm saying? So now Jake's mind is occupied in BS while this man is building a digital infrastructure, and okay, he has it mapped out, all right, to starve Jake out, okay, and just to come murder Jake, man. You know?
This Isaiah 47:12.
Yep.
Stand now without enchantments.
Without enchantments. That's what Esau was doing. Okay? That's what Esau was doing. But that's Esau Edom go-to is his witchcraft. Okay? That's his go-to, like that's his fadeaway. Is that them enchantments, man. When you get too close on you, he gonna create space. You put an enchantment on your ass, man. Okay? And that's what he's trying to stand with now. That's why you see so much psyops and all these different events happening, because this man is trying to stand with his enchantments, man. Okay, go ahead.
And with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail.
Yeah, so just as the Most High was being, sarcastic with Cain, if thou doest well, shouldn't I, So he's saying that, well, look, stand with your enchantments, and you able to stand with him, you might prevail.
And when y'all was just saying that though, like you and the elder Zahab, like whatever people believe in, then they got to stand on it.
Yep.
So that's everybody.
Yep.
That's what we believe in. What Esau Edom believe in.
Hey, that's what the brother in Dallas, what's the brother named GMS, Lions and Rome?
Ariana Sa.
Ariana Sa said his woman had the dream where the least was running around the mansion, just sacrificing and, you know, trying to tap into the left hand side.
Yeah, Baphomet wasn't listening.
They weren't answering, man.
Yeah.
You see? Most High gonna take away his go-to, man. And deal with it. But before the Most High take away his go-to, this man gonna go crazy on Jake, man. Esau gonna go crazy on Israelites, man.
It's gonna be a madman sparing none.
And that goes right to the scripture. He know he have but a little time.
Yeah. Exactly. Matter of fact, hold it. Get that, bro.
You want that Revelation 12 and 2, right?
Yep.
And this is Revelation 12 and 2.
Yep.
12 and 12? Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, you heavens, and you that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Why is it saying that? Because this crazy nigga finna get turned on the loose. The Most High is about to let this nigga off the chain, all right, for the time of chaos, man. Esau is about to get the green light, man. Okay? That's why I say, hey, woe to the inhabitants, man. Because this man's about to go crazy to hang on to this power, man. You got to understand. These folks worth trillions of dollars, man. Okay? They tapped into manipulating the weather. Okay? They tapped into CERN. They, like you said, they had these enchantments to have the masses influence in the way that they want them to be, man. That's why I say he transgressed by wine. Therefore, he's a proud man. That means everybody is following his influence, man. Okay? You gotta look at it. Everybody in suits and ties, man. All right? Told Ishmael, take that hijab off, put this suit on, nigga. You know? Moab. All right? Take that tunic off, you know?
Cut that bird.
Yeah.
Them chopsticks.
Yeah, them chopsticks down.
They all cut their beards.
Yeah. So this man has this much influence and power. We can't fathom the mind state Esau was in. You can't even fathom it. So what you think this man is going to do when the threat of him losing all this, and then talking about, not only is he talking about coming out of power, but going into slavery? Okay?
Yeah.
This man finna go crazy, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he know that he have but a short time.
He know he have but a short time, because in the spirit, Yahweh Shai has invaded this man's kingdom. Okay?
That's right.
Because how did Esau Edom control the masses? Through the well. But guess what? Now Yahweh Shai on the well, through the prophets.
Yep.
So he has been infiltrated. This the real hack.
Yep.
You know?
Cyber attack.
You know, this the real hack in the spirit, man. It's a spiritual hack, man.
That's right.
You know?
Back in Isaiah.
Oh, okay.
All right. This is Isaiah 47 and 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, and if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels.
Hey, so he's constantly having counsels about what he needs to do, man. He's weary. That's why he gonna come down with great wrath. You know? Because the more he's trying to suppress the truth, the more the truth grows, man.
Right.
Okay? And then he's seeing that his enchantments don't have the effect that they once had, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
So he has no choice but to go back to being straight carnal, man.
It reminds you of what the Lord did in Egypt. How, like, you know, Pharaoh's magicians, they had that spiritual power on the left-hand side. They could do some stuff. They got to a point to where, you know, everything was out of hand because the Lord, you know, he was working.
Real good. Just going to about that weary. Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life for the Most High entered into them, and they that stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Yeah, because he understands. See, Esau understands power. Okay? That's why he don't mind giving you niggas $100 million contracts. Because there ain't no power. Okay? Here it is, you niggas running at each other full speed. Okay? He give you millions while he make billions. Okay? That ain't no power. Cause nigga, you still got to show up to practice. You still gotta go to the game. Okay, yeah. All right. He know there ain't no true power. He don't mind giving 1 or 2 of you niggas $1 billion. That ain't no power, man. Okay. They you know, they send that for humanitarian aid.
Yep.
You know?
Then it's FRNs.
Yeah, the FRNs, you don't have no true power. But see, he know repentance is true power.
Yep.
That's why even when you go to get Revelation 12 and 17. Real quick. Yep. He knows that our obedience connects us to a power that's higher than his, man.
Yep.
You know? Go ahead.
And it's Revelation 12 and 17.
Yep.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman.
Yeah, and the dragon going to this modern Roman Empire, American, NATO, EU, this system. Ran by who? Esau, Edom. Go ahead.
And went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
Of her seed, her is Israel, the seed, all right, or the what? The nation, man. Go ahead.
Which keep the commandments of the Most High.
Which keep the commandments of the Most High. Because he knows obedience connects us to a higher power, man.
Yep.
That's why he's weary, man. Okay? Because he's on the left-hand side, so he's in the loop of what's going on, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And have the testimony of Yahushua.
The testimony of Yahushua. Because that's Esau's biggest fear is Yahushua coming back. Okay? That's why he's spending money on the Space Force. That's his biggest fear of Yahushua coming back, man. You know, go ahead.
It's Judah 5 and 20. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this should be their wound.
Yeah, see, and Esau knows this formula, okay? Like you always go into, that's why he rewards the behavior that he wants, okay? Which is what? Y'all seen that latest interview with Lil Durk had this brick of money out in the studio with all them niggas, introducing all them niggas. But, yeah. But you know, he got money on, you know. Why is he so rewarded? Because Esau wants that behavior duplicated amongst the nation, man. So it make that separation so he can continue to have his way.
You know? Said they gave him 40 mil to push that shit.
There you go, man.
As long as we stay down, he stay up.
That's it. I'm finished. They said, and they sin against their power. Let us consider that this should be their wound. And let us go up, and we shall overcome them. But if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them.
Yeah, that's pretty much the healing. Like, look, if they obedient, you might not even go up there, man.
Right.
All right? You're going to be through. Yeah. You know? Go ahead. And
their power be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
Yep, you're going to be embarrassed, man. You take your ass up there and they obedient, you're going to be embarrassed, man. Okay? And Most High ain't going to play with your ass, man.
Yeah.
You see?
That's why Esau is no the accuser of our brethren, man. Because he wanted us to stay down, stay sinning. Because he knows sin is our kryptonite, man.
Yes.
You know?
Wages of sin?
Yeah, wages of sin.
Who that was in Maccabee or Nicanor? That the angel had whooped. You know? And when he came back, he was like, look, man, don't send your worst enemy over there. Angel that beat the clothes off his ass. You know? But Nias had mercy on him, you know, told him let him live because the angel gonna kill him. You know? But see, that's what we tapping back into because it's all about power. I was watching, y'all seen that last season of Raising Dion?
I didn't see the last season.
Where on the end, you know, this guy got all, he pretty much, he made a formula where he became like all powerful. And then you had this Edomite investor was like, you know, I give you such and such money, you know, to duplicate this for me, and we can create our own super armor. And old boy told him like, shit, I got all this power, why I need money? You know? Look, I need your money if I got all this power. But that's what this thing is about, man. You know? Yeah, go get the last closing one. Get that Isaiah 19. We jump down to the point. Start at 19.
All right, this is Isaiah 19:19. In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord Yahweh in the midst of the land of Egypt.
Yeah, this the altar, man. You know, it's that spiritual altar is set up now. That's why the priesthood was opened up to all tribes, because you have all these brothers out here that's from all tribes. And guess what? Yahushua opened up the office, the priesthood, to all tribes of the elect men. Okay? So now we have that office offering up these spiritual sacrifices, man. You know, go ahead.
And a pillar at the border thereof of the Lord Yahweh.
Go ahead.
And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord Yahweh of hosts in the land of Egypt.
Yep, and mainly in America is where you have the most camps at. You have camps globally, okay, but the center stage is right here in America, man. And this is a sign that Yahweh Shema Shai is dealing with his people, man. Us being out here, man. Going back to how you saying Yahweh Shai control all systems. That's why he told brothers, hey, it's time. You know, hey, whenever it's your time to wake up, all right, he activated us, man, in spirit to go be a sign and a wonder in Egypt, man. Yep, go ahead.
Like you say, he set his prophets up early.
Yep.
He set them
early. Yeah. That's a command.
That's right.
You know, go ahead.
And it says, for they shall cry unto the Lord Yahweh because of their oppressor.
And that's why Esau want to stop that cry. Yep. Okay? Hey, when the man is, you see in the movie, when the man trying to haul off a woman, what's the first thing they do? Try to muffle their mouth. Yeah. You know? Yeah, they try to, because somebody hear a cry, they might rescue. You see? Yeah. So we're that woman crying out. Okay? Go ahead. Right.
And he shall send them a savior.
That's going to be the results, man. Okay, go ahead.
And a great one.
Yep.
And he shall deliver them.
That's your Howard shot, man. That's what everything end up to, man. That's what all conversations lead to is your Howard shot, man. As an Israelite, all right, if your Howard shot in the topic, what are we talking about, man?
Right.
Okay, right. Everything else dead, man. Everything else just something to do, you know, while you're here, but pretty much it's a dead end road. Your Howard shot away, man.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, Yahweh said that. He's the truth, the way, and the light.
All right, and with that, we hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give all honor and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakudash.
Double honors to our elder apostles, elder bishops, the great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Abba, Abba, Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.